Hello, I'm Steward Godwin Jornsen. To begin today's class, ensure that you have already installed VS Code by Microsoft, and also inside VS Code, install the Live Server extension. You might also need to install Prettier if Prettier is not already installed as a formatter. It should come installed in VS Code already. But if it hasn't, go to the extension sections of VS Code, search for Prettier and Live Server and install both extensions. You might also need additional extensions like auto, tag close, autocomplete, tag complete in that. But those are not very important at the moment. Install the two extensions I have just mentioned and you'll be ready for today's class. We've opened up the previous program and lessons that we had. You can go back to the previous class if you weren't part of that class or you haven't watched the video. To start up, we will begin by creating a new file called that lesson2.html. Inside that file, we'll be using the Emmet extension that comes pre-built into VS Code. Type the exclamation sign. A few seconds later, tab. You should see a boilerplate or the default markups for your HTML page right there. Everything is set and ready to go. The next thing is about how to rename a file. To rename a file, simply go to the file, right-click, choose Rename, type in your new name, hit Enter, and you're done. We'll rename this file from Lesson 2 with the camel case to Lesson 2, all lowercase and an hyphen. It's time to preview the file on a browser. We'll be using the Live Server extension. Right-click right inside of the page. From the context menu, choose Open with Live Server. A few seconds after, your browser should pop open with the Live Server tab ready. And next is to edit the title of the document. When we use the boilerplate or the Emmet extension, the title was created with the word document between the title tags. We'll be changing that to Steward Web Programming, Lesson 2. As was mentioned in the previous classes, the contents you want the users to see will be typed between the body tags of your HTML document. We actually introduced a tag in the last class. It was a P tag, the paragraph tag. So right between the paragraph tags, inside the body tag, type the word content. And you can copy and paste this as many times as you want. Let's use another extension that came pre-built into VS Code. It's called Lorem Ipsum. Alright, what it does is give us some dummy words or dummy characters. In this case, we would need 200 words, random words, totally meaningless words. Don't try reading them. We will just type in Lorem 200. The 200 indicates that we want 200 words. If you want 50 words, you type Lorem 50. We type Lorem 200 and hit tab. Instantly, you should have 200 random words generated for you right between the paragraph tags. If you don't want this, you can type your paragraphs yourself. Now that you've seen that, let's get rid of all those content and replace them with the contents that we intend to format. We have basically placed each word as a content between a paragraph tag. This will help us space things out evenly so we see what happens when we format each word in a paragraph. Let's begin. We'll be using the tags B, start and end tags B for bold, and you can also do the same by using the strong tag, strong, start and end strong tags for the same thing, to bolden a text. We'll use the I tag, the italics tag, I tag, to italize a word. Also, we can use the M tag, which is the emphasis tag, to italize a word. We'll use the U tag to underline. We'll use the H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 tags to format our headers. Here is an example of us using these tags to format the words we have placed in several paragraphs in our document. Now let's create a new file called lesson2 article.html. We want to make some dummy random article and try to use these tags, these format tags, to format that document and see what we end up with. Our new document is going to have a title, it's going to have a subtitle, it's going to have a section title, and beneath that section title will be like up to three paragraphs. And we will have another section title, we'll have a paragraph, and a paragraph. So we are going to format our document to have this kind of layouts. Let's begin. As an added tip, I'm actually formatting my codes on save. You can also configure your VS Code to do the same, to format on save. Go to your settings and choose type in format save, and you will have it displayed. Click the checkbox format on save, and you are good to go. If you want to format your code manually, you can do so by right-clicking and choosing format. If you have installed multiple format extensions, you can choose format with and choose the extension you want to use to format your document. Prettier is a very good extension to format HTML files within VS Code. I'll advise you to use Prettier for your work. Set that as default if it is not already set, and we go on with the other sections of the class. Like we said, we're going to begin to type our documents. We will use the H1 for the title, the H2 for the subtitle, H3 for the section title, and the paragraph tag for each of the paragraphs within our section. And then after that, we will copy and paste all of that section with the paragraphs beneath it to create a second section with the paragraph. Then we will revisit all of these contents and find out a few words there that we might want to bolden, the words we want to italize, and the ones we want to italize, and the ones we want to underline. So using the strong tag, we make the words lorem ipsum bold. We can also proceed with doing others. But you might wonder, why don't we use the H4, H3 tags to bolden the text instead? Because those are block elements. Let's take an example. Let's take a look at what will happen. Let's take a look at what will happen if we do that and use a H4 tag to format a string of text, a collection of strings or text within our paragraph tag. Do not next your H4 tags or your header tags inside a paragraph tag. There are tags hierarchies, there are element hierarchies, and your H4 tags should not be within a paragraph tag. So let's delete that and proceed. To make your text bold within the paragraph tag, you use the strong tag. But right inside of the header tag, you can also format any of the words within the header tags using the same tags. Those are inline tags. Let's change a few texts in our dummy document and then complete our formatting. I want you to try this in your own, and let's see what you can make up. If you have created your web page, you can send a screenshot to me, or maybe send us your HTML file to see what you've done, so that we can examine if you did it right or you got some code wrong. Thank you for being a part of this lesson. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And let us know what you haven't understood, or what you want us to repeat or recount, or what you want us to cover within the content of this training. We would like to see you in the next class. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video is posted. I'm Steward Godwin Jornsen. See you in the next class.